Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Q2 FY2024 earnings conference call for Som Distilleries and Breweries Limited, hosted by InCred Equities. As a reminder, all participant line will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that the conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Nitin Awasthi from InCred Equities. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Akshay. We thank the management of Som Distilleries for giving us the opportunity to host their call today. From the management, we have Mr. Nakulji, who is the Director of Finance and Strategy of the company. I will now hand over the floor to Nakulji for his opening remarks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Nitinji, and good afternoon and welcome to everybody to our earnings call. The second quarter is typically subdued due to the monsoon season and various religious festivals impacting our sales. Despite this, we have shown a growth trajectory. For quarter 2 FY 2024, our consolidated income was rupees 2480 million compared to rupees 1479 million for the same quarter in FY 2023, showing a growth of nearly 68%. Our EBITDA was rupees 275 million, up from rupees 186 million for the same period last year, showing a growth of nearly 48%. Our PAT for the quarter stood at rupees 149 million, an increase from rupees 82 million for same quarter in FY23, showing a growth of 82%. Coming to the first half of FY 2024, our income was rupees 6,346 million compared to rupees 4,039 million for the half H1 2023, representing a growth of 57%. Our EBITDA for the first half of this year was rupees 776 million, up from rupees 545 million for H1 2023, a growth of 42%. Similarly, the PAT stood at rupees 485 million as compared to rupees 339 million in H1 2023, showing a growth of nearly 43%. In the quarter, we recorded beer sales of 40.3 lakh cases, and half-year beer volume amounted to approximately 106.2 lakh cases as compared to 76 lakh cases sold in the same period last year. Additionally, we sold around 2.5 lakh cases of IMFL during the quarter. Key brands like Hunter, Blackfoot, and Powerful experienced significant sales volumes in the key markets. This performance across our brands can be attributed to the trust in our product quality and execution capabilities of our team. The decrease in net debt from rupees 2,296 million in March 2023 to rupees 1,540 million in September 2023 highlights the company's efforts in managing its financial obligations more effectively. Furthermore, our long-term bank loan ratings have been upgraded from BBB to BBB Plus by ICRA, underscoring our continued financial strength and commitment to growth. In line with our expansion plans, we have placed orders to enhance our beer facility at Hassan. These orders involve suppliers from Germany and India, allowing us to add close to 6 million cases per annum to our production capacity. We expect the expansion to happen in March or April of next year. On the operations front, we have successfully obtained permissions to supply beer brands to Rajasthan as well as IMFL. This will help us in diversifying our product portfolio and strengthening our market impact. We have also secured permissions for supply of beer to Chhattisgarh and have commenced initial dispatches. This strategic move aims to establish a significant market presence for our products in the medium term, marking a key milestone in our regional expansion efforts. With that, we would now like to open the floor for Q&A. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and one on their touch-tone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and two. Participants are requested to use handset while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll wait for the moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Abhish Roy from Nuvama Institutional Equities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. My first question is on your gross margin and EBITDA margin. There is slight fall quarter on quarter. And what is the reason for that? And in terms of outlook for your three key raw materials, so glass, ENA and barley prices, how do you see in H2 versus H1?
See, the prices of barley have come down, but we are yet to see an impact on the glass bottles. So we expect that some softening of prices on the glass bottles would happen in the H2. But I think coming to your questions on gross margins, it's a function of we are growing across the country. You can see in the numbers also in terms of volume growth and as well as the revenue growth. But our dependence on new bottles continues to be there. So I think that is one of the main reasons why the gross margins are a little subdued for the present.
Slight numbers I would want. So in terms of barley, how much correction has happened versus, say, Q1 and versus last year's average cost? How much would be the current price for barley for you? And similarly for glass, if you could give similar data.
I cannot tell you the absolute price, what it is costing me, but I can just give you a broad range that there has been a correction of around 15% over the last 1 year in the prices of barley.
And further correction you expect from here?
No, I don't expect any further correction. Maybe, on the more optimistic side, maybe 3-4%.
And glass, how much correction you expect second half or say FY25?
I think the indications which we have got right now is about in the range of about 5 to 7%.
Okay, that's it. Small correction.
Yeah.
So my second and last question is on Karnataka. There was a tax hike which led to pricing increase at the customer level, but no increase to the company. So has that impacted volumes for the industry and for you in Karnataka in any of your segments?
The increase in excise policy has made the selling price of beer costlier by about, I think, 5 to 10 rupees a bottle. So I don't think that much as compared to IMFL. So in terms of volume, it did not have any much impact.
But on IMFL, for the industry, you think there is an impact?
Yeah, for IMFL, yes.
Okay. Understood. That's all from me. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Sagar Tanna from Alchemy Ventures. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. If you can give us the breakdown of volumes in second quarter in terms of our three brands.
Sorry, you wanted the?
Breakdown of volumes, sir. What is the breakup of volumes in Q2?
For brand, you said?
That's right.
So we sold about close to about 11 lakh cases of Hunters during the quarter.
Okay.
We sold close to around 4.75 lakhs of Black Fort and about 22 lakhs of Power Cool.
And anything on Woodpecker?
So Woodpecker, okay, let's classify it that we have got another segment called other beers. So Woodpecker comes in that now. So we sold about 2 lakh cases of the other beers.
And sir, what would be the realization difference between Woodpecker and Power Cool?
Now that depends upon state to state.
But if you were to look at Karnataka or Madhya Pradesh?
If we come to say Power Cool sells for 551 per case in Madhya Pradesh, and Woodpecker sells for about 650 rupees per case.
650.
Yeah, 650.
Okay. And in Karnataka, what would be the realization, sir? Just for a broader understanding.
Power would be about 460 per case, and Woodpecker would be about 520.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Mayank Dugar from Moonbow Investment Advisor. Please go ahead.
Hi, congratulations on a good set of numbers. I had a couple of questions. Firstly, we have done some contract manufacturing tie-ups in the state of Jammu and Punjab.
You are not that audible to me.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we have done 2 strategic contract manufacturing agreements, one in Jammu and the second one in Punjab. So how much is that going to add to the top line? My second question would be, so the capacity that we have on the IMFL side, that is 3.9 million cases, so how much of that is being utilized currently? Yeah, that's it from me.
So coming to the capacity utilization of IMFL, the capacity utilization in MP is about, I think, we're doing quite well in terms of the capacity utilization in MP, but IMFL capacity utilization is very less in Karnataka. We have got a big capacity, that's why we had Radico there. But unfortunately, their offtake also has not been so great. Coming to the contract manufacturing which we have done for Punjab, which we have done in Punjab and in Jammu, that's very initial, and that is for supply of IMFL to the canteen stores. So let's see how it goes. I mean, it's very difficult to give any idea about the kind of volumes which we will do from those facilities as of now.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of CA Nihar Shah from Crown Capital. Please go ahead.
Congratulations.
Mr. Nihar Shah, please go ahead.
Yes. So Sorry, sir, can't hear you.
Mr. Niyasha, please go ahead.
I think
As the current participant
switch on to the next guy.
Yes. The next question is from the line of Gunit Singh from CCIPL. Please go ahead.
Hello. Yeah, so what is the outlook for FY24 in terms of top line and bottom line? I mean, looking at the current run rate, can we expect to reach around 1,300 CR top line this year? And what kind of margin are we looking at?
I'm more comfortable between the range of about 1,100 to 1,200 CR for the current year.
What kind of EBITDA margins are we looking at for the entire year?
I think in the range of about anywhere between, I think we should aim at about 12 to 12.5%.
All right. And you mentioned that there's a new capacity coming up in March, April next year. So what would that be capacity used for? I mean, are we expanding to some other state? Would that be used to supply our brands to other states, or would that be used for contract manufacturing? And
so the present capacity which we have in Karnataka has not been sufficient for the kind of traction our brand is enjoying. So that was a need for setting up additional capacity. And of course, we want to target states like Kerala and Pondicherry, which are not being served from the Karnataka facility as of now.
All right. So, I mean, what kind of additional revenue should we expect from this capacity? And, I mean, this is commencing in March, April next year. So, I mean, can we expect this to be running at full capacity straight from the beginning? I mean, looking at the kind of demand that we're getting.
So, I think the aim is to, have the facility ready for the next season. So, our I think strategy is to maximize the capacity utilization. So right now, for example, the Karnataka plant is for this half year has been running at a capacity utilization of 90%. So we are pretty optimistic about the capacity utilization levels of the new plant also next year.
What kind of at optimal capacity utilization, what kind of revenues would this add?
So if you consider a 90% capacity utilization, so it can easily give us about 270 crores on net revenue.
All right. And by when can we expect, of 90% capacity utilization?
I can't give you a guidance on that. Let's see how things pan out during the second half of this year.
All right. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Sanjaya Satapathy from Ampersand Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi sir. Congratulations on a fantastic set of results. So my one question is that can you give us some kind of a sense about your market share gain or anything that happened during quarter two?
So I think
your key markets
our growth which happened in quarter one, we have been able to maintain our market share in all the key markets where we are present. Plus, we have done quite well in the new state like Chhattisgarh, where we have initially made, I think, good inroads. We are also, very hopeful of doing well in Rajasthan in the second half of this year. So that's the whole situation as of now.
And any kind of numbers in terms of what are your market share in your top 3 states as of now? That will. The reason why we're asking this is that as we are rolling out to newer states, we can really expect some similar performance probably pan out in couple of years' time in those new states as well.
Yeah, so if you, so for example, year to date, we have got close to about 18.5% market share in Karnataka, close to 13% in Odisha, and about 11% in Delhi for the 6 months.
And what is this?
About 40, I think it's 43% in MP.
Understood. So you, in your core market, in your existing market itself, you have a significant scope of market share gain then?
Yeah. Plus, obviously we are adding new markets, so we are looking at, good traction coming from those states also.
Understood. And now you also spoke about some kind of easing of cost pressure from what you saw in the first half of the year, and there will and the fact that your utilization level etc. are improving on a medium term basis. Is there any kind of a margin guidance that you can share with us?
So I think the previous caller had also asked me this question. So I think about 12 to 12.5% would be the range where at a EBITDA level where we will be comfortable.
Understood. And have you shared your full year revenue guidance, or you are not giving that now?
So I think revenue would be, earlier we had given a guidance of about 1,000 crores, but now we have revised it anywhere between 1,100 to 1,200 crores.
Okay. That is good. And last question, if I can check that while you are expanding in newer states, you have plans for acquisitions, etc. On your other business, which is your IMFL business, how are the traction? And last thing that I want to check there is that you are getting into, there will be elections and all that. So does it help or hurt your performance during this period?
During the times of election, there are certain disruptions in the terms of supply because the excise also becomes more strict. But I think given the kind of volumes we are expecting, I think those short-term aberrations will be negated. Coming to IMFL is also an important piece for us. It complements our beer business, especially during the lean season, that is from the third quarter. But considering that now we have got good market presence in the southern India, that is the reason that the share of IMFL is a little less as compared to the total pie, but still I believe that IMFL will continue to be an important piece of our business.
Understood. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to ensure the management is able to address questions from all the participants in the conference, please limit your question to two per participant. The next question is from the line of Alisha Mahavla from Envision Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon. Thank you for the opportunity. The first question, the capacity expansion at Hassan. We're expecting our capacity to increase by how much? As in what the 30 million cases will reach to where? And what is the capex that we're incurring for this?
Right now our capacity is about 90 lakh cases, and we are increasing this capacity by another 60 lakh cases. So altogether, the Karnataka facility will have a capacity of 1.5 crore cases. and we are expecting that we should be spending about close to about 70 to 75 crores for this expansion.
Okay, and there's no capacity expansion plan at MP currently?
No, because we have just, in March of this year, we have put up a new canning line. I don't think that there's another need for a expansion currently in MP.
Okay. And while you did mention the market share in your key states, would you like to comment on what is the kind of response you've seen in UP, maybe what is the contribution to our top line from UP currently, or market share that you've gained there, or what is the kind of volumes you're doing there?
The share of the newer states, if you look at UP, it is about close to about 3% of our sales. So it is slowly gaining in prominence, because if you compare it to last year, it was maybe less than 1%. So as we are growing, the share of the newer markets also is growing.
Okay, sure. And you were mentioning that a peak, so on full year basis or annual basis, our peak capacity utilization can hit 90%, considering the seasonality across quarters?
Yeah, it can. For example, currently, if you look at the way we are growing in Karnataka, our annualized capacity utilization is about 92%.
Okay. So once we hit the 1.5 crore cases, we should be able to do 1.34 cases from Karnataka. 90% is achievable.
Yeah, it is achievable. But it depends upon, I'm not too sure about the time it will take or how fast we can do it, but it is very much achievable.
So,
I'm very optimistic about the way we are growing in Karnataka. Let me put it that way.
So, and with the current contract manufacturing that we're doing in Jammu Kashmir and Punjab, both of these are for IMFL. Is there an aspiration of what is the split between beer and IMFL that we want to hit in 3 or 5 years? So we expect the split to be largely 90-10 as it is currently.
I think it should be in the range of 90-10 only.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Imran from Longbow India Capital. Please go ahead.
Hi, thanks for taking my question. I hope I'm audible and clear.
Yeah, you are. Thank you.
Thanks. Sir, I joined the call a little late, so pardon me if my questions are repetitive. I just wanted to check, your thoughts on the raw material inflation and other input cost inflation in the last quarter and in the current quarter.
So, like I mentioned earlier, we have seen a reduction in the prices of barley, but the prices of glass bottles have not decreased as of now, but we expect that maybe we will have a reduction in the cost of the glass bottles by about 4 to 5% towards the second half of this year. But as I mentioned to one of the callers previously also, that when you grow by in excess of 50% in terms of your volumes and of course your revenues, then the percentage of glass bottles which you require, new glass bottles, is obviously more. So, that puts somewhat of, pressure on your gross margins. So that is what we are experiencing currently.
Right. All right. And sir, any downward trend on the let's say usage of coal and the coal prices?
So I think we are stable as of now.
So not going further down.
Yeah, no.
Can you share your per liter maybe cost of power and fuel if it is possible?
I don't think we'll be able to share that.
All right, sir. Thank you so much and best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Sandeep Dixit from Arjo Partners. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Maybe I missed this, but can you please tell me when is the Karnataka capacity expected to go online?
We're expecting by March or April of next year.
That's March of April 2024, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Thank you. That's it.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Forum from Abacus. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi, sir. So just one question, like this capacity expansion that we are planning, how will it be funded? Via internal accruals or will we require some debt as well?
So as of now, we have issued some, preferential warrants to promoters and some other investors. So we have got about 42.5 crores of that, and we expect another 100 crores to come over the next 1 year. I think partly that is going to be funded through the money from the warrants and partly from the internal accruals. As of now, we don't expect that we will borrow anything for the expansion.
Got it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Ethan Borija from Sequent Investment. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Very good afternoon. Yeah. So I have only one question, but before that, I just missed the number. You gave the Karnataka plant, which running at 90% utilization, will give us revenue of how many crores? Sir? I just missed that number.
Sorry?
So you told when Karnataka plant will be running at 90% capacity utilization, the new expansion, I'm talking about the new expansion.
Yeah, so I said about 270 crores.
270 crores. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, sir, my question is on the market share gain strategy. You mentioned we have around 19% in Karnataka, 10% in Delhi and Odisha. So just wanted to understand the strategy and the plans we are looking to gain the market share gain there, and what kind of advertising and promoting expenses and strategy, if you can share your thoughts on that, sir.
Yeah, as a company, we, in terms of advertising, and we are mainly focused on the trade channel or the point of sales. So we are not into surrogate advertisement or something like that. So we are an Indian company. We want to conserve our capital. So our strategy is to focus on the point of sales. And we believe that there is sufficient margin for us to grow in the states where we are present, as well as the additional states which we have, we have identified where we want to grow.
So do we have any internal target to reach what kind of market share? Just so any internal targets?
No, so internal targets are not for external audience,
Oh.
So
okay.
Not the forum to, have a call on our internal targets. But I mean, having said that, if you look at the way we are growing, we are very much optimistic about the growth in the short to medium term, and our growth trajectory is very firm.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Yash from Stallion Asset. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. So my question is that, as you said in your initial comments that Q4 is normally subdued because of the weather and other factors, but we've seen a very strong growth. So I just wanted to understand, what are the factors that have sort of led you to boost such growth as we compare it to the industry? And do you think we can also, at least in the near term, let's say Q3, Q4, grow about 40% volume growth?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of, obviously during the last 2 years, we have been growing much more than the industry average. So we are pretty focused on our growth, and we have all the natural markets for us where we have a plant, and Delhi is also a neutral market because none of the competitors have got a plant there. So these are markets where we are wanting to concentrate, and our focus on value for money products and to give consumers the right taste and the right packaging has gone very well with the consumers, and that's how we have been able to, I guess, manage the growth.
Okay, so thank you. And just maybe just on the volume front, sir, do you think Q3 would be, because of the festive season and, Q3 and Q4, you expect volumes to be higher than what you've done in H1 in terms of percentage?
We should be able to maintain our the kind of growth which we have done. I think we should be able to maintain that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Manan Shah from Moneybee Investment Advisor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi sir. Thank you for the opportunity. My question was regarding the two new markets that we're looking to enter, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh. What would be the size of these markets, and the average realizations in these markets? Would that be similar to our current company realizations, or they would be better off or worse off?
I mean, Rajasthan is, I think, one of the top 5 markets in terms of consumption in the country. The realization is lesser there, but we have seen during the last 2 years there has been 2 price hikes given by the industry, by the excise there. So that is a very positive impact because they have seen that there is an increase in consumption there. And Chhattisgarh, I think, is a market of about close to 1 crore 25 lakh cases of beer per annum. Rajasthan would be in the range of 3 to 3.25 crore cases.
Okay. In this quarter, we've seen almost 15% jump in our IMFL realizations, whether I look at on a quarter-on-quarter or on a Y-on-Y basis. So what led to this sort of increase in our IMFL realizations?
I think we have sold more in MP as compared to Karnataka. And the ex-Rugi price is much higher in MP as compared to Karnataka because it depends upon the price segment in which we are playing. So, we were playing in a lower segment in Karnataka in IMFL, and we are playing a slightly higher segment in MP. That's the difference.
Okay, understood. And looking at the success that Indian single malt players have had, any plans on entering this segment in the near term?
Let's see, but as of now, no, because we are pretty focused on beer. And if you can see that about, say, 92% of our sales still comes from beer. So, we're pretty focused on that.
Okay. And my last question was that in the interview, Mr. Arora sir had indicated plans of acquiring some unit either in Maharashtra or some other state. And now with the delay in the QIP, any delay in those acquisitions also, or anything on that side?
See, the delay in QIP was due to the fact that the kinds of conditions which were being put in by some investors and were not in the interest of the company. Let me put it that way. But we will revisit it maybe at a later stage. But in terms of the internal accruals and the kind of reserves which we have, those plans of acquisition or setting up a greenfield will not be delayed due to that fact.
Okay, so that we don't expect any delay in our acquisition or in the greenfield project that we were planning, right? Because of this.
That is immaterial, so that won't have any impact.
Okay. Thanks. I'll get back in the queue.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Piyush Gandhi from Cognizant Capital. Please go ahead. Sir, please go ahead. Mr. Gandhi, please go ahead. Next question is from the line of Mukul Agarwal from Sovereign Global Market Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir. Hopefully I'm audible.
Yes, sir. You are.
Yeah. Sir, I have two questions actually. The first one is continuation to your earlier comment on the distribution channel. So, how many echelons are there in your distribution channel? Is it 2-tier, 3-tier?
How many?
I mean, how many tiers are there in your distribution channel? Is it CNF to distributor to retailer, or is it from super distributor to distributor?
Yeah, I mean, it depends upon state to state. Most of the states where we are present are the government markets, where the distributor is, or you can say the wholesaler is the government, and you have then the private retailers through which the consumers pick up the products.
Okay. And in that case, it actually, ties back to my earlier question that you talked about that we will be doing some activity on the distribution front, right? So it will be, you will be branding those shops, or it would be more of like, giving higher margin to the, the distribution channel.
So you want a confirmation from my side, or not getting it?
No, I'm saying that it would be whether it would be marketing in those in those shops, branding in those shops, or it would be have kind of margin given to the distribution channel.
There's a lot of disturbance from your side.
Yeah. I'm extremely sorry.
If I gave more margins, then obviously I'll be not making EBITDA margins higher than the competition, right?
Correct. So the marketing, activity will be in terms of, branding those, retail shops or something like that. Those kind of activity you are thinking of?
So it is, I think, ensuring that the settlement of the schemes which you promised the retailer happens at the right time.
Understood.
Also ensuring that all your products are stocked properly and are available at all the distribution points. I think these are the two key points to ensure that you work well with the distribution channel.
Understood, sir. Now, the next question or the last one is that how many employees are there on roll, sir? As of now, who are EPFO empaneled?
Who are, sorry?
Who are EPFO empaneled? How many employees are there?
I'll have to check that, please.
Okay. Thanks a lot, sir. All the best.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Aman Singh Badoria from GYR Capital Advisor Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Congratulations for such a strong figures. Actually, I have two questions regarding the debt repayment. So if I see in quarter one, there has been a significant repayment of around 280 million. And even in quarter two, we are seeing a repayment of 300 million. So how exactly are we proposing in future about the debt repayment structure or the leverage part?
So your question is, sorry, what? What were you saying?
I'm just asking, how are we proposing in future the debt repayment structure, since in the first 2 quarters, we have significantly repaid our debt. So are we going to go for no debt, or is it a part of the QIP scheme that you were telling about earlier?
So QIP has got nothing to do with this, na?
Okay, and how exactly in future are we proposing the debt repayment thing?
So if you look at cash flow from operations, we have generated about 48 crores in the first 6 months.
Correct.
We also did a rights issue of 48 crores in April or May. Then we have got another, say, 42 crores from the preferential issue.
In future also, we are expecting the debt to be reduced significantly, right?
Yeah, that depends upon, I don't know how much you know about our industry, but most of the states now have moved to a duty-paid structure where you have to incur the excise duty at the time of dispatch of the goods. I'm expecting that the debt level should remain or stable at this level.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last question for today. On behalf of InCred Equities, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.